Today's horoscope, Libra March 17th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon spends all day in your sign, and emotions are undeniable. Your feelings are also immediate. You're not inclined to push them to the side under this moon transit. Still, a Moon-Mars square early today can stir up some impatience. It's all too easy to take things very personally, particularly if pressures are coming from a rule or obligation. You'd prefer to be a little more spontaneous and independent today. Consider that it's probably best to avoid impulsiveness under these conditions. It can also help to remind yourself that others are a little more sensitive, as they could be managing delays. Even if there are obstacles or ups and downs, you're ultimately getting in touch with your emotional needs, especially those that you've buried or ignored, and it's instructive. Today could feel like you've awoken after a rough night's sleep. You're groggy, can't get moving, and don't even know which clothes to throw on. No matter how much coffee or caffeine you force down your throat, nothing will seem to do the trick. This is because mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger and the planet of the mind and communication, has frozen in the heavens above. He will begin a nearly month-long retrograde. It can be a very confusing energy to navigate. This is known as the Mercury retrograde storm period presently. Go with the flow. Do not be afraid to leave someone behind. Keep moving forward when the moon in your sign squares Mars in Cancer and opposes Chiron in Aries. Usually, you have a no man left behind mentality. Although this is admirable, you may want to continue your career path without specific professional commitments and relationships. Some of your arrangements are not meant to be included in the next chapter. Do not be afraid to create distance between yourself and these arrangements if you have a chance to advance without them. Today's astrological atmosphere translated into English would be, as good as it gets. There is a lovely aspect at play that calls for celebrating what you do best. Whatever makes you feel good, these couple of days should be shared with people you like, doing things that you like. In fact, when you enjoy transits like this one to their fullest, you are often blessed with insight that can help you overcome obstacles in the near future. Gain positive power through healthy, sane celebration. Today is your day and you can expect to enjoy it very much. You're not likely to feel like running any marathons or interacting with large groups of people. Your own vibration will probably find you in a quiet and reflective mood. If you can, make the most of this by kicking back and taking things at your own pace. If you like to write in your journal or meditate, be sure to leave some time for these activities in your plans for the day. The moon finds itself in the wrong place at the right time today. On the one hand, having the moon not only in Libra but clashed with Mercury in his first full day in retrograde motion in your relationship sector might push some buttons. However, as Mercury is the planet of communication and with the support of the asteroid Juno, in her last weekend in direct motion in your communication sector, with enough support to give this a voice. Meanwhile, just in time for the weekend, the moon is connecting with some powerful forces on the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence. Having the moon not only in Libra as Mercury settles into his first full day in retrograde motion in your relationship sector but in opposition, is putting the planet of communication to work from the start. 2 weeks after Venus, the planet of love also turned retrograde in your relationship sector, and with the asteroid Juno at a standstill ahead of her retrograde turn in your communication sector next week, any buttons the moon might push comes just as you will find it easier to give the past and unsaid words a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. Today's cosmic energy brings a wave of emotional intensity as the moon in Libra squares Mars in Cancer and opposes Chiron in Aries. You may feel like sharing your feelings is more difficult than usual, and interactions with others could feel slightly off balance. Whether you're trying to deepen a connection with someone new or feeling a sense of distance in long-established relationships, this planetary tension could make communication feel like an uphill battle. If you feel misunderstood or left out, know that you are not alone. Many people will be navigating similar emotions today. Rather than forcing connections or seeking validation from external sources, this is a powerful moment to turn inward and focus on yourself. It's easy to get caught up in the energy of wanting to be heard, understood, or reassured by others, but sometimes the best way to regain balance is to give yourself the care and attention you may be seeking elsewhere. When was the last time you truly checked in with yourself, your needs, your emotions, your personal goals? If you find that you've been prioritizing other people's expectations over your own well-being, today is a reminder to realign with what truly matters to you. At the same time, maintaining harmony in relationships is still important, especially if you want to keep things flowing smoothly in both your personal and professional life. Approach interactions with patience and consideration. This is not a day to act impulsively or let frustration take over. Instead of focusing on getting your point across or proving yourself right, take a step back and listen. Sometimes, the simple act of pausing and considering another person's perspective can diffuse tension before it even has a chance to build. There's a difference between ambition and an aggressive pursuit of success. Keep that distinction in mind, especially if you feel driven to push forward despite obstacles. On the bright side, if you are feeling particularly good today, others will take notice. Your energy is contagious, and those around you will naturally be drawn to your presence. This is a great time to put your best foot forward, especially if you've been considering making a request, presenting an idea, or seeking support for something meaningful. When your intentions are clear and positive, you're likely to be met with enthusiasm and agreement. If you've been facing challenges due to outdated conditions or systems that no longer serve you, this is an excellent time to find innovative solutions. Your ability to think outside the box and communicate your ideas effectively will be heightened, making it easier to navigate obstacles and implement necessary changes. The key is to stay adaptable and approach situations with confidence rather than resistance. Instead of fighting against difficulties, use them as opportunities to refine your approach. Direct your energy toward building something meaningful, whether that's strengthening relationships, advancing a personal project, or simply working on your own self-improvement. Don't allow yourself to be pulled into unnecessary conflicts, especially ones that drain your energy and do not lead to constructive outcomes. It's easy to get caught up in debates or power struggles, but today's energy urges you to ask yourself, is this worth it? If the answer is no, walk away with your peace intact. By conserving your energy for things that truly matter, you'll find that you can build momentum in ways that positively impact your future. Financially, this is a time to proceed with caution. If you're considering a major purchase or investment, take a step back and reassess before making any final decisions. Mercury retrograde energy is still lingering, which means the details may be overlooked, or new information could come to light later. If someone offers financial advice, don't take it at face value. Do your own research and make sure you have all the facts before committing. The more patient and informed you are, the better positioned you'll be for long-term success. As you move through today, remember that challenges are not roadblocks, they are opportunities for growth. Every moment of tension or uncertainty is a chance to refine your perspective, strengthen your resilience, and move forward with greater wisdom. If something feels off, trust that it is temporary. If a conversation feels difficult, know that clearer communication will come in time. The universe is constantly guiding you toward alignment, and sometimes, the best thing you can do is simply trust the process. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you been feeling this cosmic energy in your own life? Have you noticed shifts in your relationships, emotions, or decision-making? Drop a comment below and let's support each other through this transformative time.